So this is what's been done. What's happened? Is this the same as it was? Oh no, they've brought that. No, they've not. The road's pretty much the same. They put that thing in the middle is basically what's happened. Barriers, and I'm just wondering if this is wider, the pavement, I mean, than it was. I've got a feeling it is, but no, it can't be, because it meets in with the existing pavement there. So that's what they've been doing. They've put these barriers in, and it's part of their People in Places thing, the People in Places programme, which is, for the most part, excluding driving, really. So, people in places, active travel, not bullshit. So that's the only way they're spending money on our infrastructure. But meanwhile, you'll have potholes everywhere and bike lanes that cyclists don't want to use because they're either full of stones or not being cleaned. And that is the case down near Skin Flats. There's bike lanes there that they're not using because the cyclists say they don't like them. So they spend billions. It's all short-term political goals. Like pretty much everything that happens. So, I don't even want to use it properly. They put on a new. Yeah, it's a pedestrian crossing that wasn't there before. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. So that makes life so much easier. It might actually a wee bit. Yeah. A Tesla. Woo! No, I hate these fucking things. I still can't stand in the middle of that roundabout, though. So let's go over. More money spent. They've got plenty of money to spend on all that stuff. So they have. I was actually planning on going up to Greencornhills Roundabout, but I've got to go up to surgery. I don't think it really makes a lot of difference to this thing that they've done to driving. Of course, we don't want to consider driving, do we? Because it's almost like it's robots or something that drive cars. Is that what it is? They don't think it's actually people that drive cars, and it's. I had a bit of an argument this morning with that. See, when you start talking about privilege, this thing that driving's a privilege, it's not a privilege. It's a necessity. And if you want to get anywhere in life, you have to drive. And if you're not going to do it, you have to get somebody else to do it for you. It's really the kind of crux of the matter. So that's really the reality of it. I was actually thinking about buying one of them. It's what Tiguan thing. But quite disheartened with modern cars, really. Right, so I think that'll do for now. It's not really much difference to this roundabout as what there was before, apart from having that thing. So thanks for watching, and we're not going to get any trucks here, not really, one or two maybe, but a wonderful little Renault van, yeah, I like them. Get one of them actually. Thanks for watching, bye! Yeah, some scaffolding going somewhere. I'm going to the doctor's. Yes. Health is a big, massive scam, but we're in it. I'm in it, you're in it, we're all in it. It is. So I got laid into it myself. Stupid behaviour, so that's what happened. Okay, bye. Right, and welcome to the channel. Right, we're gonna go. Go up to Greencornhills. Greencornhills. You can't make up your mind whether you're going speaking to the camera or speaking at it. So let's change. Let's change. Now, right, so we're heading up to, going to walk up Greencornhills roundabout, walk round and come back as a morning exercise, okay? So I'm probably not going to start filming until I get up there, although I already have started filming, so I'm just contradicting myself. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. Motorbiking, 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 easy rider. Brainwashed. We're on the Jittery app. The Jittery app. But the other one is tending to be a pain in the neck. Chrysler 300C. There's a funeral going on. That's where people get scammed all their lives and then get scammed at the end. Although you're dead, but what you've left gets robbed and stolen. So that's what happens. It's life. Life's like that. Nearly there. This is great exercise, this, because it's uphill all the way up to the roundabout. So it's not particularly steep, but it just gets your, gets you going, eh? Workers at work, doing a good job. And there's me wandering around collecting tins. I can afford to, so fucking brilliant. Good on me. At least I'm doing some good. Q8. I'm doing some kind of good. Honestly, aye. Good morning and welcome to this video. Today, I want to talk to you about the use of the word privilege. My first advice is don't fucking use it, but I'll go on and explain why. And when people do use it, what it means about them. Okay? So let's go. We're going to walk up to the crematorium. Go around Greencornhills roundabout. Greencornhills roundabout. We're at Telford Bridge Monument, which is better cared for than the actual bridge itself. We're going to walk up to the crematorium on this side road and come back, and we're going to finish the video here, okay? Alright? So let's get on with it. We're also collect. Look at, isn't it lovely how the daffodils have come up here? Well, there's a cat. I love cats. You know, I've been thinking about getting another cat. Oh, look, I love cats. There's just something wonderful about them. I don't actually know what it is that's wonderful about cats. You know, I think it's when you see them luxuriating in your living room, you know, next to a fire or something, and they really don't give a shite, do they? Fucking beautiful creatures. You know, I love them. Yeah, cats. Oh god, yeah. And I know that they're actually, the only reason domestic cats don't kill us is because they're not quite big enough. And they would if they could. Well, they do. The bigger ones do. So, fascinating creatures. I love them. It's about time I got one, I think. Mittens has been gone now for nearly 2 years. She's been dead. I think I've probably got over it. Well, I got over the death of my daughter as well, so... Well, I don't know if you ever do go over death, but you just live with it, that's all. You do! What else are you going to do about it? Huh? You got to carry on, haven't you? Right, so... We've been picking up tins today as well. Doing a bit of community stuff. Oh, there's one, I've just stood on one. So we'll crush that one. And if I see any decent bits of bloody hell. For all restrictions put on the young, they still haven't stopped them from dumping rubbish on all over the place, have they? Well, doesn't necessarily mean that's a young, does it? No, not really. Yeah, come on, get the fucking way. Get the fucking way. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, that's a nice truck. I think the weather might be changing against us. Yeah, it's been wonderful the last 2 or 3 days. Yeah, so privilege. I mean, so there's a guy used that word on me. So quite a common thing is, they say, because I'm not saying this, driving is a privilege. You know, that's completely false. You know, driving is a necessity, it's a need, it's a duty, right, to drive, to learn to drive and to drive. Now if you're not going to do that, that's fine, you don't have to, right, but you have to accept that somebody else is driving on your behalf. So, you know, so whatever it is that you're doing, driving is necessary. Whether it's to buy a tin of Coke, you know, a pair of underpants, you know, anything, driving is needed in order to do it, right? You can't do it without driving. Everybody drives. So this thing that is a privilege is just this communist. Well, the reason that it's the wrong thing to say, wow, is it's a part of that communist narrative. So this person, people are saying it, I don't know if they consciously know what they're saying. I don't know. So I don't know if they actually really understand what they're talking about, or they're just basically they either don't know that they're communists, right, or going to wait the night stalkers, probably going to well, I'll try not to make this too long actually, I've got kind of stuck here though. Yeah, so we'll get on with this and the traffic eases off. So they either don't know what they're talking, but I think they do know, or it's subconsciously part of their communist narrative. So this guy's telling me driving's a privilege. It's on Facebook, and he's apparently an aeronautical engineer. I'd been to the University of Glasgow. Now you'll get characters like that, and as you know, I've probably told you if you've been watching my videos that I've been to the University of Stirling. I mean, these universities are full of complete numpties, and the communist bullshit is spread there. Oh yeah, it's cool about driving. Wow, did you see that? That wasn't right, was it? That van. I don't think it was right. How did they land up to be in the same lane at the same time? One of them had to be in the wrong lane. My guess is it's the van. The van was in the wrong lane. I'm kind of stuck here. I should have went across. It was quiet when I got here, and now it's freaking busy. So it's a kind of, the hypocrisy of it when you're living in a capitalist society, which is the UK, and the hypocrisy is astonishing. You know, because you can't really avoid it. You know, you can't not avail yourselves of everything that we've got, all the services that get delivered to us. You know, okay, we're going to go over now. Oh look, it's backing right up there. Oh well, maybe we're not. It's busy at the other side. Yeah. Over we go, over we go. Let's go and have a look up here and see what this script is. So is this the tailback? This is the tailback for traffic, for the traffic lights up at Corby Wood. I think it's, well, the other bit of it's called Brucefields. I don't know if the whole thing's called Brucefields. Oh, okay, that's nice. Is it a Citroen? So that's the tailback from the traffic. We're not going to go up there. I wasn't really intending going up there. I was just going to walk. Oh, there's a tin. There's a tin right below us. Oh, there's always dribbles of coke in them. It's just horrible. Hey! Hey, I've got a wee peep there, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. So the traffic, the lights must be of green. Well, no, it's going in stages, isn't it? 3 stages. It's going in 3 stages. Because it's spring and it's been warm, there's loads of aluminium tins all over the place. And there's a piece of insulation board. I hope that is not blown from my... I've got a bit of that, well, I did have a bit of that at the back of my house. From my earmark from my shed. Right, what are you looking at tins for? People know what a tin looks like. They don't need to look at your tins, right? They don't need to look at tins. But there's fucking millions of them here. Right, let's get on with this. Let's get up, turn around and get back home. Breakfast time. So, what have you got? Yeah, traffic lights. So just a privilege, that word. It's, so you got white privilege. You know, that when if you ever come across anybody that says that to you, just keep away from them. You know, that is. So the most underprivileged people around are white men in this country. I think that's a pretty strong fact. That if you did the research on that, they go and apply for jobs, and that's why in Scotland we have a massive problem with taking substances and deaths as a result. It's a big problem in Scotland. So that's your white privilege there. It's nonsense basically. Oh look, it's quiet, isn't it? Huh? There's a wheelchair in there. It's a pretty grim looking wheelchair. I don't think I'll be nicking that one and taking it to the car boot. But we'll put it here as a memento. How's that? Oh, there's a truck coming. Right. Mingus distribution. Mingus. Mingus! It's Mingus! It's not fucking Menzies, it's Mingus! Mingus! I'm telling you! That's how you say it! It's Mingus! It's not Menzies! I'm telling you! Arguing like... I'll argue until I'm... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's some more of the booster people coming along. Boosting away. NHS, a communist organisation for commies. Tyranny comes in all shapes and sizes, you know. Oh yes, shit yourself, you're not even in the fucking way. Right, let's get up here, we'll go up that, turn round and come back. Who knows what we might see. I'm not going to go up to the... I'm not going to go as far as... I'm not going to go as far as the truck stop. It is a thought, but unfortunately I don't have time for that. Yay, the horn's rubbish. Maybe I should think up a better name for myself, you know, like You know, like they've got the Alba Galavanta. Why did I come up with something like, I don't know, rather than just my name, you know? Maybe that's an idea, and that might spread. Yeah. Let's think about that. Maybe that's the sort of thing when you try to think about it, it won't happen. But some of it could be quite derogatory as well. Somebody might think up a name for me, which I won't like. But, you know, you've got to be able to have the piss taken out of you. It's, and you've got to like not really worry about what you look like as well and stuff like that. You've got to go, I don't give a fuck. You know, I am the way I am. You think you're brilliant, good luck to you. Which brings me on to no, I'm not even saying the word right. Hyper something. It's where the dating pool is all out of sync. That's, you know, so you've got women earning more than men are after high status men, and the high status men have ample opportunity and choice, right? And so stalkers, oh, nearly fell over. They've got ample opportunity, so the men below that can't get a mate. So that's like 90% of men. So it's how the dating thing's all screwed up, all fucking wrong and fucked. So it's just the way it is. Doesn't apply to me, of course. I opted out, you know, all that shit. So, right, okay, well, yeah, exactly, it does apply to me, I opted out. Yeah, it does, I mean, so I went down a particular route, that's like a trans route, well, that's opting out. You know, that's opting out of mainstream society, you know, normal sort of stuff. Definitely, yeah, I did. You know what's annoying me? This bag's got tins in it and they're dribbling on my leg. So I'm going to turn round up here and walk back. I don't know if there's any funerals on today. Aye, there is, there's cars parked up. So shall we cross over? Probably. Cross over there and walk back down. Right. So, let's cross at the sign. So it's opening times. What I'd like to do someday is maybe go for a walk up there. Probably might get some good views up there. Maybe. You might. Who fucking knows? You might. Up there. There is a farm. Oh yes. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, load of wood there, AJ Nelson. And there's another one. Yay! Climbing up the hill. Using diesel, right? I mean, you can come with all the bullshit you like, but diesel's the only way to do that. The Greencornhills come with all sorts of false narratives from Malcolm Logistics. Bullshit, basically. They're looking at me, these guys. I think they maybe think I'm something to do with the council or something. I don't know, who knows? I don't know what they think. I can't tell what somebody else is thinking. Right. So cleared all the tins away from there. And I head back down. I'm going to cross the road here. It's great difficulty. Back right down and then, oh that looks cool. Oh yes. Right, so one advice I would give any young men that haven't to this is get yourself something where people need you. You know, a plumber or an electrician, something like that. And then you can, yes certainly you will still be abused, but you'll have something on them that that, you know, that you can actually have a skill that people need. So, you know, if you've got that, it gives you a bit of power, yeah? If you don't have that, you can, well, power as in freedom, not privilege, freedom to be able to do things, you know, and do things that you want to do, is what I'm talking about, you know. You know, sparky. Plumbing seems like something that everybody needs. I mean, the motor trade is probably not such a good option. You know, that's another option, but oh god, I think it's become a bit of a disaster area, to be honest. Motor trade. Ooh. I don't think it's a very good option, but classic cars or something maybe. Oh yes, the master. Whoa! You get plenty of trucks here. I'm actually in the P as well, which means there's another reason why I need to go home. Right, let's get on with this. Fucking, like, I'll show you what my problem is. The bag. Oh, look, it's a damp bit there. It's because I haven't emptied the tins out properly. This is a public service, by the way. People slag me off, but I'm doing a public service. You want me to leave all the tins lying there? For all I get for them, it's hardly worth the bother, is it? What I'll do is I'll carry it like this, and that might be better. So I'm rubbing against my bum. Yeah, so privilege is a crock of shit. If you want to be a green communist or communist, well, fuck off and be one. But don't spread your shit to normal people. No, there's a stone there, right? So we'll move that across so it doesn't damage anybody's window. You know, like, so skip higher, yes! And we got another one, stalkers. Coming right up there, yes! Stalkers. We're going to West Fraser. I'm a truck spotter! It's Stevenson of Avonbridge. Avonbridge? Who the fuck would want to live in Avonbridge? Well, it's just as good as here. Privilege. Like, so this guy said, so it's a cohort, and he approved of what this guy said to me. He called me a freak. So because he did that, I refuse to speak to him now. So I've reported his comment. That's like a hate crime. You know, you can say things and be cheeky, but what I said to the guy, which was quite cruel, but it was actually, I believe it was accurate and it was truthful, was that he's a biker. I looked at his profile page and he's a biker, right? So he's a motorbiker, cyclist, motor. And I says, well, it'd be a shame if you crash your bike, and then I think we should refuse to allow you to go on motorised transport. I know, that's cruel, but you know, you can't have it both ways. So you want us to be communists, you don't want us driving cars and stuff, but you've got your motorbike. That's typical of the hypocrisy, that type of person. He's been to University of Glasgow, he thinks he's some kind of communist. Well, they don't like admitting they're communists. They don't do that. They really don't ever admit they're communists. They do not like it. Come on, speed up a bit. There's somebody in the back dying, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Fucking posties will overtake you. Oh, God. Benchmark kitchens and joineries. There's our wheel trim from Vauxhall. Back in the day I would have sprayed that silver. It all looked reasonable and shoved it on a car. But I can't be asked doing that now. I tell you what, we could go for. Right, okay. I'm oversharing. Yep. I know where we could. We could do it. I know it. You've got an option here. You can't go and do that there. You can't. It's not a bathroom. That is not a bathroom. It's a roundabout. Right, the bus that I never get, it's a walk all the time. I've got a bus pass. I've got a bus pass because I'm daft. That's why. But you know, I mean, most of us are daft, aren't we? All daft. Why? We're all sort of daft, eh? Yes. It's a system. There's a tin here I'm wanting because you're wondering why I'm standing here. Get it. We got it. We got it. Right, let's go. Go, 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 go. Keep going. Ooh. Go, 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 go. I don't think you really need to go in there to do that anyway. Take a photograph of this fail tail. And we're zoomed in as close as we can get. Right, time to go home. We're going home! We're going home! Homeward bound! Aye, that's it there. It's there's Stevenson's there. And right. And they're going up there. Look at how it all works. It's men that make everything work. Women don't make it work. They fuck everything up. There's a Chrysler Crossfire going off that way. There's Bellway, Ridgewood, Bellway.co.uk. They'll go bankrupt when all the problems start with the houses, and the money will just sort of disappear. Oh, aye, what happened there? Bit of a why are they going so slow? Oh yes! Warhol. So your truck drivers are pretty much, for the most part, the best drivers, aren't they? You know. And there's orange, we've got an orange one. Oh, I'm getting dizzy here. They are, I mean, because they're driving all the time and they're up high. They've got to be precise about their indication. You don't really normally see them making an arse of their indication because it's part of their job to do it right. Yes! This guy's sitting there, so it says to him. So everything, including your underpants, has been driven to you. They're just so dumb, aren't they? They're so, like, I'm going to say that to the camera. They're so fucking dumb. These fucking communists, but like, well, he's not even a communist, they're sort of pretending to be communists. Like, everything, including his underpants, got driven to him. Does it take an Aspie mind to kind of get that, or see that everything comes by road? Mostly, not everything, well, yeah, when it comes by rail, it gets picked up on road, doesn't it? Unless the railway comes right to your fucking house, which it doesn't. Very unusual. You know, it's just so dumb. Everything, including his underpants. The phone that he's using, the laptop he's using, the house that he's sitting in, the materials, the carpets, the kettle, everything. Everything comes by road. Everything. It's like, fuck you, you're dumb. He's got to be dumb. He's been at University of Glasgow or whatever, right? He's got to be thick, you know. So it just demonstrates how our universities have went down the hill fast since Tony Blair decided everybody should have a fucking degree, including me. I've got a degree, and I'm fucking daft. I don't think I'm thick, like, but, well, maybe I am. It's all relative, isn't it? I'm tempted to go in there actually, but I don't have anything to. Shut it. Shut it! Yeah, let's go in there, fuck it. Right. We're going in. We're going in! Aye. You're taking too long doing this, it's time you went home. Aye, time to go home. Right, let's nip across, because they do turn up quick. It's vehicles, like that van, for example. Right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, thanks. I was tempted to go in there and have a look around. I still am actually, to be honest. But at the time, I've got my, is there any logs that would fit in the bag? I don't think so. I don't think there is. And that's probably not really appropriate anyway, is it? Because so I've been to the. So we're going to head back to the crossing, Telford crossing, and quite a bit of weight in this bag actually. Quite a bit of weight. Aren't human beings disgusting? Yes. Are they privileged? Nobody's. I mean, privilege is like, it's one of these resentful terms. It's resentful and it's uncalled for. It's not appropriate. Oh look. Is that truck coming off? Nope. That one's. Oh. Go. Go. Oh, it's fucking mounds of tins. I bet people don't appreciate me doing this. Maybe I should get like some kind of accommodation from Bannockburn Community Council or something. They say, oh, Lucinda is such a great member of the community, going around picking up tins that are thrown to fuck all over the place by fucking numpties. They don't look after the environment. They're daft and stupid. They don't care. Why should they care? I wasn't expecting that to come down there. No. ATW Transport. Oh yeah, and there was one earlier. So where are they going? Where are they going that they're going down there? I'm not sure. Why are they not going... Why are they going down that way? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. Right, so thanks for coming along in this video because I'm going to be ending it in 2 minutes. We'll get across to where we started. And I'll give you my findings about using the word privilege. Do not... Well, no, that's your findings. How can you give them the findings if you give the findings before you actually give the findings? You fucking clown. You fucking clown. Clown! And a lot of people, they see you going about and they'll be wondering who I work for or something. You know, they've always got to... They've got to pigeonhole you some way, you know. And you know what? Stop being fucking nosy. I work for myself, so fuck off, right? Why don't we do it this way? No, why don't you do it that way? That's where you started. Right, so privilege is a bullshit word used by communists, but they will not, more than likely, like that guy, they will not admit he's a communist. They don't like that. It's because they are. There's two elements of it. He's either just not got the insight in his head to really look at all these different topics, or he genuinely is a communist and he believes in communism. Green communism is what they're using at the moment. That will probably stop in the next 4 or 5 years, and they'll move on to another scam. So the elite uses scams against us as ordinary people, and that at the moment is green communism is a scam. So he's either ideologically driven. His name's Michael. I think it's Beckett or something. I'll add it to the description. So they're ideologically driven, but he's living the hypocrisy in it, as far as the way I see it, is that he's living off the society that we've built over the last few hundred years, the wealth and the comforts that we have. You know, with I mentioned plumbing and electricians there earlier. We've got all these wonderful things that we've worked out how to make better. In the past we didn't have these things, so if you want to go, I don't think anybody wants to go back to not having any plumbing or not having any transport. So saying driving is a privilege is completely and utterly, well, it's just stupid. You know, so he's either a green communist or a lot of them get dragged into it. So the hypocrisy's with them, so because they're maybe getting paid by the government, they might be getting paid to work at a college or university, so they go along with the orthodox I wouldn't say thinking, but the overarching orthodoxy, you know, the way you're supposed to think, and it's better for an easier life. You just agree with it all and go along with it. The Emperor's New Clothes is what it's called. So there's more than likely it's that with that guy, and people like him. White privilege, driving privilege. So you could say, well, he's only just saying that it's a privilege to drive. So I look at things deeper, I look at things in depth. Sometimes I can't also articulate how I feel about it, you know, and I'll maybe say the wrong thing, especially when you're on Facebook and you're typing stuff. You can maybe be offensive or say the wrong thing because it's just coming out your head in an instant, you know. But I think he's wrong, and we need to fight back people like that because they want to give up. These are the clowns that are giving up what we've got, and they're still enjoying all the benefits of the modern life we have. So on that note, I'm going to go, right? So thanks for watching. Bye. Bye! How's it sitting in C3? Wow! That's an excellent little car. Right, bye. When these things flash, that says 20 up there, you must do 20. That would be something lawful that you have to do. I'm going about 20 zones now, but it's because it's near school. There's been a lot of discussion about that, and it turns out that Police Scotland are corrupt, and so is the government. 20 zones are not real, but that is if the lights are flashing. Okay, that's all that's all I want to say about that at the moment. Yeah, oh aye. There's a Greencornhills Stirling Council staff car with a toxic electric battery, and they turn around and tell you we shouldn't have coal because coal's dangerous. In Bannockburn, there's a mining community. They were getting free coal, that was part of the thing. The pensioners got, well, if your husband or something worked down the mines, you'd get free coal. But they went and screwed that up by turning it into a clean air zone. The criminals in power. As you can see, I don't really have much time for. I don't have a lot of time for the politicians, do I? But I think that's a healthy way to be. I don't think any of us should. Yeah. So this is a quick rundown of the conversation on its unbraced weather. Chris Conlon's commenting about children running out in front of him when he's driving his car on the road, and they're sort of wandering around on the road. So that's what he's talking about. So without getting into it too much, so we've got the various sort of people going on about dash cams, various. So Richard Beckett, he's the one. Chris Barrett. Right, so basically what he said is so Chris Barrett commented, maybe it's you. So I said, maybe it's you. I said to him, maybe you doesn't understand the highway, because he's saying you need to learn the highway code to this guy who's driving along in his car and there's children wandering around on the road, and he's objecting to this. This guy's saying to him, you should be more responsible, but you as a driver have a greater degree of responsibility. People forget driving is a privilege, not a right. So that's where it started. So that's what I've been talking about in that video. So maybe, I says, maybe it's you that doesn't understand the highway code. Driving is essential to maintain our way of life. It is a right if you want privilege. Why don't you go live in communist China? So he says, it's not a right, and well, you are a freak. Went crazy over my profile. I don't know what he's talking about there. Like, wow, laugh and light away, but you just vibe and title. So I'm not speaking to him now because he called me a freak, right? So, and this guy's approved it. That's Richard Beckett. The levels of hypocrisy from you are astonishing. Right, you must be a troll. You know nothing about me to be able to call me a hypocrite. I can confidently say I could definitely live my life with almost zero impact if I didn't drive. So I mean, there's a bit missing there. I'll need to try and some of this might disappear. So what I said to him was, you spread communist nonsense while living off and benefiting from modern life, where pretty much everything, including your underpants, was driven to you in some form or another. If you are not driving, someone is on your behalf. To spread such false rhetoric that driving is a privilege when it's a necessity and obligation, you're not going to do it. Someone has to. But we won't see you living in a cave with no heat or light, will we? So basically what I'm saying is, you think you can, Richard Beckett thinks he can do without driving, but somebody's driving for him. So that'll be the van driver, the truck driver, the ambulance driver, the council driver, all sorts of drivers. Driving the plumber, driving Richard Beckett's house to fix the plumbing, all these things. So, here we go. You really are, so this guy's he's mentally deranged, this guy. You really are a weird-minded character. And that is projection, of course. Nonetheless entertaining, carry on. So what he said to me is, this is a bit mixed up, but I'm sure you can follow this. That's nonsense. This is not the USA. It is entirely possible to live a full modern life and travel almost over this country without driving, especially in an urban area. Many people do it all the time. Driving is a privilege, not a right. So that's what I'm objecting to. That is wrong. Driving is not a privilege. It is a right. It's a necessity. And if he's not driving, somebody's driving for him. He's sitting there with his middle class lifestyle and somebody else is doing all the dirty work for him while he's sitting spouting off like that. So I says to him, it's not nonsense. The levels of hypocrisy from you are astonishing. Clearly you do not understand our history whilst benefiting from it. Driving is essential to maintain your way of life. Without it, you'd not be able to function the way you do. It will be a shame when you fall off your bike. When you do, we should insist you're not taken to hospital in motorised transport. So that is a bit mean, but it's accurate. Why should he get taken to hospital when he doesn't want us driving? When he thinks driving's a privilege, why should somebody come along in an ambulance and take him to hospital when he's fallen off his bike? And the reason I'm saying that is, if you look at his profile, unless of course it's blocked me, and there you go, Harley Davidson. What a complete twat. So we view his profile and we see studied aeromechanical engineering at University of Strathclyde, lives in Falkirk, he's from Aberdeen. Right, so he's a dumpling. He's complete full of shit. Privileged dumpling from fucking university. It's like, get a fucking grip of yourself. You want to go and, he's a communist. Communist. Oh, exciting. Look at all this. Look at the twat there. Come on. That's on there. He's not a communist. He's one of these fake ones. Yeah, he's a fake. Driving's a privilege. I don't know where that comes from. But it needs closer scrutiny. It needs closer scrutiny. There's him there. There's him there. He's a cyclist. Okay, right. He's a fucking cyclist. It's obvious. He's a cyclist. He's pushing his privilege. He's entitled. If you're driving, you're privileged. But when it comes to him fucking about in his motorbike, then that's perfectly fine, eh, Richard? You fucking fanny. Fuck. That's the hypocrisy. So he's got his motorbike. The old glorious day for a run down to the Great Western Chapter. Right, so he's is he a Hell's Angel? Or a fucking fanny? Fucking Hell's Angel, my arse. And you say driving's a privilege? A privilege when you're a fucking Hell's Angel? What a fucking absolute piece of shit you are. Okay, you're going a bit too far. She takes his bike out when it suits him. But it's not a privilege for him though, eh? Because he's entitled. You're entitled, Richard. Right, so he doesn't like Tories either. He's one of these ones. Privileged twat from University of Strathclyde. There he is. Richard Beckett. Green communist. There he is. Green communist. Well done, Richard. Yeah, you're entitled, all right. So we'll look at this other clown. I don't know if there's any update to this. No, there isn't. So here's this guy. I don't know, he might have blocked me or something. Yeah, it looks like he has. Oh no, he hasn't. Well, that's me. A lot of that Trump picture winds a lot of them up. Chris Barrett. I think he's mentally deranged. That's what he said so himself, didn't he? Listen to him. Can anyone recommend a garage or mechanic? That's why I laughed at him. That will give some advice. I'm about to buy my first car. However, there's a fair amount of work required. New tyres possibly. You know, so as well as replacing shocks. Front parts bought but need fitted, and front and back door windows drivers haven't a clue about price. It still has a year's MOT. I need to work out the cost to make it roadworthy again. 04 plate Fiesta. If that makes a difference, hopefully there's someone out there that can advise me on next steps. Well, it's got a year's MOT and it needs new tyres and shocks. And it's like, so either the car has passed the MOT and the shocks work and the tyres are perfectly acceptable, and you're one of these neurotic types that thinks it needs new tyres. But equally, you're buying an 04 car, which is 21 years old, you know, so you're a dumpling. That's why I laughed at you. How you would say a car needs new tyres, and if you're about to buy a car with a year's MOT that's needing new tyres and shocks, and you're going over it in this sort of pedantic way, it indicates that you're not the type of person that's just going to get it and drive around in it and be happy that it's MOT'd. You want everything to be perfect, but you're buying an 04 Fiesta. Go and buy a new car then, you clown. So this guy says for an 04 plate Fiesta, it wouldn't be worth the hassle. Who did that? Ian McLeod. Who did the MOT? Mr. Magoo. Everyone take care out today. I've heard hearing rumours that snow can be dangerous. This guy's not right in the head. He's definitely not right in the head. Somebody dropped glasses. Chris Barrett. What a clown. Yeah, absolutely funny. Aye. Well, we need to go and view profile. Look at this. I mean, anyone happen to have a nutcracker I could loan for a day? Is that for your testicles? Can collect a nut and bolt cracker, not a peanut opener. I mean, who the fuck is going to put... I mean, who's going to put that on the internet? Like, I'd maybe borrow a removal van or something, or a skip lorry, a horse, you know, I don't know. But a nutcracker? I mean, you're mentally deranged, aren't you? Go and buy your own one, you fucking idiot. You know? Go and buy one and fucking Tesco will have them. Fuck's sake. What an idiot. That's him. He's like pushing out, so we've got Adidas. So they're sort of green communists, but they're techno-feudalists as well. That's what the Adidas thing signifies. I don't really, generally don't really like having brand imaging on my clothes. Generally, or if you're aware of it and do it, that's fine. But to be pushing green communism and pushing that shit, that's slave labour. That you get slaves in, where is it, Myanmar or India, Bangladesh making that shit. Right, so I think with the guy's a complete dumpling. So thanks for watching this video. So if you want to go and look at that, it's on Brace Blether. Just about a 13 boys in a bad way of being hit by a bus in Motherwell on his way to school. The reason I'm commenting, you know, people like, I think the real reason, the other day, 4 or 5 young adults from Brace High, future of the world, thought it would be accepted to just walk across the road as we're moving forward in a green light. It's Canal Bridge, smirks all over their faces. Mum and dad need to educate their precious little entitled angels. Tons of metal will seriously injure them when the car has dash cam, right? They will not be prosecuted. So what he's saying is, and this is indicative of the 20 zones, it turns people into dumplings, and they want, but young people don't give a fuck. I mean, there's various issues with this, but it's the 20 zones are encouraging this sort of thing. So this clown, maybe just reread it. So he's attacking this guy, but this guy's putting a fairly, what he's saying is be more careful right? And he's attacking him because he's a numpty. And Chris Barrett, Richard Beckett, Green Communists. Thanks for watching. Bye. We missed train. It was the most amazing train. Just a few mementos of the there was. And we missed it. You dummy. So we're walking down Mill Hill Road. Yeah. Which was a road. It's still a road. You can't get through it, can you? Right. So, jogger. Can't really hang about because I've got to meet somebody. More exercise. Just our luck, the train. We missed the train. So we've been having a lot of fun today. Arguing with somebody who's just completely at odds with reality, really, and thinks that they've got the right to spread their strange opinions on everybody else. So we're going to turn it around. Yeah. Right. So it's lovely here. Yeah. Bank. So, why? It's quite windy today, by the way. Why? Right, so yeah, I've been arguing pretty much with this guy, and it's been quite interesting because it's really honed it into me. It's honed it into me about the privilege, that word. When they're using that word, whatever circumstances it is, it's coming from the Marxism, socialism, whatever it is, ism, leftist ideology. So they started that thing quite a lot, I've noticed. So it's a cycling kind of agenda about the cyclists are spreading it. So this is an example of how minorities get used in a culture war. So the cyclists are, well, not normal cyclists, it's not like people that just cycle to go to work. It's more of an identity. So they're using it in a culture war against the rest of society, which in this case is people who drive cars. So they make out it's a right, no, it's a privilege to drive, you know, regardless whether it's a car, which is just plain wrong. It's not a privilege to drive, it's a right. You know, it's a necessity. There's lots of things it is, but it's not a privilege, as long as you follow the rules. And as you can see, the rules have been perverted by these very same people, these green communists. So we see the 20 zones, how Police Scotland have been corrupted by them. Now, Police Scotland can't be honest and truthful about whether they are prosecuting people for that or not. Under a freedom of information request, they won't give that information out. They say all sorts of bullshit about it being a danger to the public or what, some stuff like that. I can't remember. It's a lot of pish. I didn't believe any of it. So that's the very same people. So it's not really about cycling. It's about a culture war. It's a culture war. So the hypocrisy with that guy in particular, when I was arguing today, he's got a Harley Davidson, what he uses just for fun. So because of his warped mind, he thinks that that's not driving, it's riding. So he can turn around and say drivers are privileged, and he can get a lovely sunny day, he can decide to go out in his Harley Davidson whenever it suits him, and then brag about all sorts of stuff, about how drivers should be recognise they're privileged. That means that you getting in your car to go and earn money, he says that you're privileged, but you're not. You're trying to make your life better, and that's pretty much what I've done most of my life. Is any type of income that I've earned has been done via either driving somewhere, you know, driving, or what the hell is that? I don't know what the hell that is. Fuck knows. Driving, or being driven, transporting, delivering. So he's either delivering a service or delivering goods. You know, so that's when I was a care worker. I was delivering myself to carry out care. So I was using my car to drive around all over this area, all over there, all over the Hillfoots and Clackmannanshire, Stirling. That's what I did with the car for 9 months. And working and roofing, driving every day you drove. You know, there wasn't a day you didn't drive. So to say the driving was privilege is complete bollocks. It's lefty kind of. Oh, look at this. Fuck. How can you not move over and let this car past? Like I'm standing on the side. Huh? Yeah, so it's just kind of. What fucking arse. So it's just it's kind of like sort of thing about fucking hell. That woman looks sort of stressed. You know, stuck behind. What they do if they've got no brains? What she would do now if she's got no brains is she'd come back in her car and challenge me as to why I was filming her, but not having the brains to realise that you're being filmed again. But then they expect you to do what they want. It's happened before. On the other hand, you know, maybe it was just an innocent exchange. But you do get sort of entitlement more. You're more likely to get entitlement from women than it is from men. Generally, they're just going about doing their stuff. So, you know, but I mean, I'm sort of getting off the road and just like getting out of the way when I can. They look like new vans. Oh, they've just come out of that yard. They're all new vans. Is that a Toyota? You can't really tell the difference with the vans, can you? They all look kind of the same. Aye. There's a Mark III Mondeo. So, Mark III Mondeo. I don't have time to stop. I've got somebody waiting for me. What I'll do is I'll walk straight through here for change. And it's easier actually if you're just sort of casually wandering around to film portrait the landscape. You know. Oh, like somebody's been up here, a tractor or something. Is this? Can you get to here from? Cut to here. Can you get to that road? Oh, that's supposed to be cars that are parked in the garage. What I want to do is climb up there. Well, they must be using this. Anyway. They must be using this. So anyway, thanks for joining me in this video. Please like, share and subscribe. And I've got brambles stuck to my bum. There's my chariot. Thanks for watching. Bye! We've been here long.
5 minutes or so.
There's a couple of cyclists holding up a woman in a Mercedes. Oh. And it's quite funny.
Usually is.
The green communism is everywhere.
Usually,
Everywhere! Oh, jeez. It's absolutely everywhere. Yeah, I mean, they've got. I've just been thinking about that conversation I had been having. Just how seriously how somebody who's got a Harley Davidson can then demand that drivers accept that they have driving privilege, and then when it gets sunny like a day like this, he decides to get his Harley Davidson out and go and ride it somewhere for no reason other than just, well, it's the same as having a classic car and it's just taking it out for a run, and then turn around and say that drivers are privileged, but because he thinks he's exerted himself from it, exempt, because it's not. Well, he thinks you're not driving, you're riding a motorbike.
selfish.
Well, it's just it's
Description.
oh, look at that truck, H&R Grey. It's just so they try and dehumanise car drivers. You get that with the language when they're talking about cars. So they're neglecting to point out that it's people and men and women that are driving these cars.
Going about their
Yeah.
lawful business.
So it's like they make out that they're sort of like, this thing's going all weird. Oh, look at that, all these pallets.
Should be the other way round,
Yeah.
but it isn't, of course.
So it's something that could have been sorted out
Yep.
a long time ago,
Yeah.
and they just couldn't be arsed.
And they just did it the wrong way round.
Because they couldn't be bothered, and
Yep.
here we're at this. Is there washers in this car or is it empty?
There are washers in the car.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's not working or something.
Are they empty?
Well, it's not. I don't hear a
Pull it back.
I don't hear a noise.
So unless we've turned off by accident and didn't notice.
I just don't hear any noise, but
Yeah.
plus there's nothing really coming out of it. We're doing the go around, doing the go
Just
around.
don't listen out, you know, it's not a problem.
The key can go off. I don't hear anything. Oh, is it because you've got to activate it or something? I was just pulling it forwards like that.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like,
Well, they're working.
yeah, but maybe you've got to actually activate it or something.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that with my sitter, but
Neither have I, but it's a very Citroen thing to do.
yeah,
so-
we'll just pull in front of this van. It's only a van.
Yeah. You'll understand.
Right, so we've got what we've got up here. What's going on?
A lot of road fixing going on
Everything
today.
and anything and everything that's ever been done to the roads is something to do with people and places. It's to do with the green communism.
It is a green communism.
So they'll build like something like that.
Destroying our world.
Yeah, but they won't bother fixing the potholes just further down the road. Now, I think we'll go straight on or left. What do you fancy?
Yeah, whichever.
Alright, okay. So, up at Bannockburn, they've just... So there's like lots of work for work men, women as well, but...
Yeah. Workers.
Workers, yeah, better if I said that.
Yeah.
There's lots of work for them. Doing all that sort of thing, so that's the only thing they can get done. And then they'll turn around and say, so the bike lane thing, there is bike lanes at skin flats that they won't use because they're covered in glass, bits of wood, grass, weeds.
Yeah.
So that's really the fate of all these bike lanes. Because
Well, that's because cyclists don't go out and brush it off.
well, they'll just say, why should I do that? You
Why should
know,
they get on the road? So they should be banned from the road where there's a bike lane. Because that's deliberately putting themselves in harm's way. And the drivers. So
but So really, it's really a cultural. It's just a battle within our society. That's all it is, and it's a weird one because it's cyclists, predominantly males. That
Our problem is
Sustrans, yeah. Well, look at the title, Sustrans. I mean, what does that tell you? You know, they're trying to latch onto that. Sustrans.
Suspect.
And they're pushing for all that stuff. So it comes from Marxism, cultural Marxism. Is what it is. I believe. Well, I need to really do a bit more research to find out where it actually comes from, but that's where it's coming from. These lefty professors. Well, that's what they are. That's what that guy was.
It's that Beck guy started it.
Eh?
That Beck, Professor Beck.
Oh, in Scotland.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about the whole of.
Yeah, but he got support from all of his other professors.
Great Britain. You know.
Well, this is about pressure groups.
So that's typical of them. They're actually privileged people. In fact, they're well-off, middle-class people.
Yes, which is how they were able to apply pressure.
Yeah, fannying
so the
around.
government change something.
And that the sort of followers are a bit like that as well, like that guy, that engineering guy who's arguing with me.
But it only needs one party to go, we'll get rid of this club, that'll be it.
Well,
They voted in.
they fucking should. So this is a guy denying that he's a green communist. Because what he's saying is driving's a privilege, and that the responsibility is on the motorist, not the pedestrian or a cyclist, and that because driving's such a privilege, it doesn't apply to him because he has a Harley Davidson, and he can go each day or week without driving the length and breadth of this country. So that's what he's saying, and he's neglecting obviously to realise that because if he's not driving, somebody else is, and there's no way you can really live in this modern world without somebody driving for you if you're not going to drive yourself. We'll see it in a minute. Oh look, it's very busy here. Let's negotiate this. Up here, just up here, they've spent about a week or something putting this thing in there. That, see the barrier thing and everything, and all that tar there. I'm not sure what to do with that pavement. Did they make it wider or something?
Refuge, it's called refuge.
Refuge. Refuge for what? Wales?
From cars.
Oh right. So that's part of their thing, isn't it? No, they're not crossing. Wasn't sure there. Right, okay. Oh, I've got a space over there. Oh aye. Oh aye, that's the best parking I've ever seen. Oh aye. Oh, there was a Tesla. Oh fuck, there's going to be a big explosion.
So park there, during the way.
I was going to let her go out the gap, but yeah.
It's a woman in
I know.
a Tesla.
A woman in a Tesla. Oh yes. Oh my god. Making me wonder about that.
Sorry guys.
I'll just reverse into some of this car. Are there any Teslas here I could reverse into? Start a massive fire plume.
Shot Stirling.
And Neil will say, what's that smoke up? That's nothing to do with me. Right, so we're leaving Hill Centre. We've now got to brave it down, which is the best way to get down there without crashing into a Nissan Kumquat. There's that cool motorbike which I really did want to video, and I thought that's inappropriate when I seen it because I was in the chemist. There's got to be a time when you don't video everything, but it did look quite cool. So that's a new bit there. It's all
New refuge.
thingied. Yes.
Understand? And they proper 20 mile loudspeaker.
Somebody took a picture up here from 1970s, right there. Roughly about there. There's a junction here. This is a junction. There should be a roundabout, and there's a Jaguar parked there. And you know, but well, who cares? What am I supposed to do about it? People say it doesn't, but it's quite an awkward junction, I think. And maybe we should put a flyover there. If it was for people in places, they'd get it. There we go. I've switched it back on again, just so we can see. What is this sign on the left here? What's this?
Scottish Power.
Oh my God, we're going to be stuck out here in the way.
Lane closures.
Lane closures.
What is that?
I did consider actually going the other way when we were up there, which would probably been just as bad. You know, turning right at Melton Roundabout, coming down.
Yeah, it's just as busy. This is busy. This is almost clear.
This is busy, you know.
Busy for Stirling.
These people are out driving with privilege. Fucking bullshit, eh? I'm going to wind that guy up a bit more, actually. He's going to freak out when I say I've done a video of him. He's not going to be happy. He's going to go, "How dare you?" Yeah. I'm driving like I'm learning to drive. Nice and slow. They want us to drive slowly. Nice and gently. Certain C3. So a lot of them going about. Fucking.
5G mast.
Oh aye, radiation will come off that. Coal's dangerous, that mast isn't.
Yes.
According to the Scottish Government.
A couple of kilowatts of RF radiation.
Yeah.
No problem.
No, but if you touch a lump of coal, you'll drop dead within minutes.
Instantly.
What a bunch of liars. Yeah.
Incompetence is the word that comes to mind. I'm sure some of them have good intentions. It's the rest that are just incompetent. Or have agendas that are not aligned with everybody else's.
Well, they're all making money out of it, aren't they?
I'm sure that's true, but they have agendas that are aligned with what they think is good for them. Everybody else can just get lost.
This should be a dual carriageway, of course.
This is dual carriageway.
Oh, it is.
A misapplied plate and misapplied speaker. Wouldn't meet the planning regulations, so they didn't bother looking at them.
Alright.
So
40.
no, we won't bother with that.
It was probably originally a lot faster than 40, wasn't it?
60 is the 60s.
Aye. They want us all reliant on the state though, don't they? Well, unfortunately there is a lot of people like that, a young man that we've seen.
Yes.
Is reliant on the
People
state
like that.
because he's going to be incapable of working because it is what he's done to his health means that he's not going to be able to work. He might not even be able to fucking survive.
Money's got to run out at some point.
It's all quite tragic because like a person like that, it's not hard to find. You know, you just go up to the chemist and there's one of them there. But you know,
Yeah.
it'd be better if we were all drinkers, wouldn't it?
There's always one like that when I go into the chemist in Fulham.
He didn't seem the worst either, did he? Really, to be fair, you know. This is how I do this one. Neil said I'm doing it wrong, but I don't agree with him. Eh? Because if you turn over too early, they might think that you're going to go in there and pull it in front of you. So if you sort of do that half thing, they're going to stop and wait for you. So they're going away or coming back. Right. My vehicle better be ready. There's a big bus there. There's a big bus. What's it doing sitting in there? A big
shopping
bus.
in B&M.
Welcome to the channel. Well, it looks quite busy in here. Where are you going to park? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to park. I'm going to park right in here. Right in here, look. Right in there. Right there. There.
I know that sound anywhere.
Oh, it sounds brilliant. Oh, aye. Oh, aye. Hello and welcome to the channel. Right, you know when I'm doing videos and I often think, well, people say, what's the point? And what's the point of doing this video and that video? And then if you think about it, if you look at, let's say, like the news, what's the point? I mean, it's like all these news organisations, ITV, Sky, all these different ones put out videos every day, and it's not exactly news, is it? It's like, is it news? You reckon it's news? You know, it's like, it's just stuff in it. It's just data, constant data. So my data is as important as anybody else's, you know. It's what I'm sort of getting at. But unless it's something really good, I suppose that's really the point. Are you going to put something really good out? I mean, but all these news companies put a lot of shit out as well, don't they? You know, a lot of rubbish stuff that's just pish, or lies, even blatant lies. You know, it's a bit tricky actually, because this car's right next to me. So I think what we'll do is we'll reverse that way, and then go this way. Silly lassie. No, I could have done it, but it's long wheelbase, remember. It's a long wheelbase van. That's probably the best way to do it. I can manage things like this quite easily when I'm on it. It's when you get some twat with you. It's going, what are you doing? You're getting in the way. It's like, I'm not saying who. I'm not saying who. I'm not saying it. But there's people like that, and I know people like that. And I know if I had a Range Rover, I would just pull in anyway. I would. Absolutely would. Are you going to go this way? Why don't you go the other way for change? Why not? Yeah. Let's go this way. Yeah. Change scenery. It's a longer way, but what's happened? The steering wheel's not in the right position. He's done something at the track end, isn't he? He's adjusted the track end. Oh, aye. The steering wheel's not straight ahead. And he knows it. It's just that little bit off. Yeah. There's an issue with the tracker with this van. The tyres in front have been wearing out. It's not far off the middle, it's just kind of oh, who cares? As long as the fucking thing goes. Hey. I'm one of these really annoying customers that notice everything. No, not really, there's a lot of people like that, isn't there? Yeah, my car was alright until you MOT'd it, and the engine's blown up, and the batteries went flat. But it's absolutely, there's no way we're going to transition to electric anyway, because the government wants us to, but they're a bunch of wallies. It's a total stupid idea from a bunch of liars. And even if we did, could you imagine the hassle with it? You know, like say, oh, by the way, yeah, well, I think you need a new battery for your Tesla. Oh, that's not bad. Can you do that for us? Oh, yeah, no problem. That'll be £23,000. And you go, eh? We're a normal family car for a battery. So yes, they have completely and utterly destroyed the motor industry with their Greencornhills bullshit. And we're going round this way, down this way, turning off this way. And he said to look at the engine, he says there's nothing wrong with the engine, the pistons, the actual engine, because there's a bit of a I think it's like a misfire, but there's a bit of a thing that happens to this van. And so he's going to have a look at the injectors. Maybe he might talk about getting them out. It's 30 years old. So he's going to fix the door, the side loaded door. They were turning right here. Indicating to the right. Now there's a stink in here. It stinks. I believe it's got a leak in it. Incorrect indication of that BMW. It didn't indicate to come off the roundabout, so if I didn't, I really should have stopped there, because they were indicating, if you went by the indication, it meant they were coming right round. So they're arseholes, but I knew they weren't coming right round. So I hope you enjoyed that little video. Thanks for watching. I've got to get the van loaded up yet for tonight. Oh my god. It won't take long to get loaded up. But it does stink in here. Stink of fumes. Yeah. Oh aye. So about 4 wrenches and Lidl's for $3.99. No, 5. Sorry, 5 wrenches for $3.99. And I'm going to take them to the car show and sell them for $5 each. I'm pretty sure that they'll sell for $5 each at the car show. And I was looking at them, I picked up 3 of them and I thought, why don't you just fucking buy the other 2 that's left there? Because a car wrench is such a useful thing. A spider, you know, for doing wheel nuts. It's like, they'll fucking sell. No problem at all at the car show. So that's, I think it's somewhere about 11th of May. It's coming up for my birthday. I'll be, I'm not saying. Right, so thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. We'll get you in the next video. Thanks for watching this series of videos today. I'm sorry they weren't that exciting. Could be better, could be worse, could be shit. One thing I've noticed, I was in the chemist getting medication. There's a young man came in and it was clear that the issues he was experiencing, and I think it's something that we could just go, oh yeah, everybody's got that it's a big problem in Scotland, and I think it's a problem that's kind of ignored. You know, like, what are you going to do about it? None really. Oh aye. You know, so it's a massive problem and it's everywhere. And it's everywhere in England as well, and Wales. But in Scotland, I think it's the worst in Europe. And what do they do? Bike lanes, you know, driving's a privilege, you know, all sorts of nonsense. And there's people like that, their lives have been ruined. They shouldn't have taken that substance, and they have taken it, this young guy in particular, right? So he's got his health problems, his life is ruined, he'll never get a proper job, he's fucked. And it's sad and tragic. What can you do about it? Well, the government doesn't give a shite, do they? So all the while we're getting this green communist utopia, we've got this cohort of youngsters as in their 20s and 30s, their health is completely fucked through substances, right? So that's what I'm going on about right now. It's a massive problem. But because I don't have that problem, so it doesn't bother me. Thanks for watching, bye. It actually does bother, what I meant when I said it doesn't bother me, I mean, I have not these issues myself, but it does bother me obviously that it's such a big problem. But it's not really a lot I can do about it, is what I meant. So don't think I don't bother about it. I do, but I can't really do anything about it, and it doesn't actually affect my health. I have different sort of problems, but I did go down that avenue, but I'm away from it now, so blah blah blah. Thanks for watching, bye.